The dusty heat of Burkina Faso's northern border weighed heavy in the air. 2023 smuggling routes had become battlegrounds, lines where corruption, foreign exploitation, and sovereignty collided. On this day, among the customs officers in faded uniforms, one man stood out for his quiet focus and unshakable calm. Captain Ibrahim Traoré, disguised in plain gear, observed silently as trucks rolled in under the glaring sun. His mission was simple, but dangerous: infiltrate, observe, and expose. Word had reached the capital that a notorious Canadian smuggler, backed by a powerful logistics conglomerate, had made Burkina Faso a central node for illicit trade. That smuggler now stepped from a black SUV, sunglasses reflecting the harsh light, arrogance dripping from every move. He walked up to Traoré and barked, "Move, dirty customs boy, I don't talk to trash." One of his lackeys laughed, adding with venom, "Black like you? You're either bribed or begging." Traoré, unfazed, replied firmly, "I need to inspect your shipment." But the response came fast and brutal. A punch, then a kick. Traoré hit the ground hard as phones came out, laughter followed, and the scene was filmed, shared, mocked. "African clown tries to play hero," one caption read. The video went viral in hours. But what none of them knew, what they couldn't possibly fathom, was that the man they'd beaten into the dirt was not just any customs officer. He was the president of Burkina Faso, and justice was coming. In the quiet command center beneath the capital, President Traoré stood over a digital map. Eyes locked on smuggling routes lit up in red. Around him, military advisors and anti-trafficking experts finalized Operation Iron Veil. Traoré's face was calm, but behind his eyes burned a storm. "We've let them mock us, poison our borders, and insult our people. Not anymore." He raised his hand, mobilized the 2nd Battalion. Full border. Lockdown. As night fell, the smuggling camps began to stir uneasily. Word spread. Checkpoints were falling. Drone surveillance tightened. Supply chains were collapsing. Back at the border, the Canadian smuggler lounged arrogantly in his compound, sipping whiskey and joking about that useless African idiot from customs. His guards laughed. One even replayed the viral video. But by morning, his arrogance would be drowned in panic. Traoré returned to the scene, this time in full military regalia. Helicopters hovered overhead. Armored trucks encircled the compound. His voice crackled through a loudspeaker. "This is the president of Burkina Faso. You are surrounded." The smuggler's face drained of color. Within minutes, the base was stormed. No bloodshed, just swift, disciplined force. Dozens arrested, files seized, entire networks exposed. And then came the twist that shook the world. With the smuggler in custody and evidence secured, Traoré addressed the nation and the world. The press conference was streamed live, watched by millions. He revealed the smuggler's identity, the company funding him, and, most damningly, the global supply routes they used to siphon resources from West Africa. These men mocked our land, violated our laws, and dared to strike your president. That alone is unforgivable. But what they stole from our future, that will be reclaimed. The room erupted in applause. Across the continent, leaders nodded. Across the globe, pressure mounted. Interpol issued an international warrant. The Canadian conglomerate's operations were suspended. Lawsuits followed. Stocks plummeted. Their name became synonymous with disgrace. Meanwhile, all seized goods, food, medicine, supplies, were distributed to the nation's poorest communities. What was meant for profit became lifelines. In Ouagadougou, people flooded the streets, waving flags, singing songs. Traoré's name echoed in every district. Videos of the arrest trended for days. Murals were painted of him standing at the border, titled simply, "The Guardian." A new doctrine was born, one of strength, sovereignty, and zero tolerance for exploitation. And to those who once laughed at a man in dust-covered clothes, the world had one resounding answer. Burkina Faso bows to no one.